Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in for another one of our inspirational tea meditations. My name is Wolf, as in the title, Waking Up with Wolf. Sometimes we call it Waking Up with Wolf. It's not always, it is and it isn't. But nonetheless, Mystic Spider-Man, Brendan, Skull Babylon, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for bringing your energy, for taking part in this awesome place, this awesome practice that we got going on as a team. So shout out to those of you who are tuned in on all platforms. For those of you who are tuned in on YouTube, do me a favor, drop those 1111s in the chat to be able to confirm that you can hear me okay. And I'll keep an eye on the chat as we move through this and give some shout outs to all the beautiful, amazing people that we got tuned in. So shout out to Newly Awakened, shout out to Megan, shout out to Kristen, Mary, Jasmine, shout out to Daisy, and shout out to anybody else who is joining in the next couple moments. So as we start our practice, as we start our routine, just inviting you to just begin bringing some mindful breaths into this moment and just begin moving your body. Just begin rolling your shoulders. You can begin just by stretching your arms up towards the sky. Really just bring some movement and some energy into this moment. So as you connect with your breath, deep, gentle inhales. Nice, soft exhales. Get some good size going there. Again, just gently finding some rotation in your shoulders. Even if you want to give yourself a nice big tight squeeze hug. Get some nice big inhales and some big sighs on the exhale. Inhale. And if you're hugging yourself, you can give yourself one more tight squeeze and release on the exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Keep rolling those shoulders. Eventually we're going to move into just massaging our entire body. And so when you're ready to do that, you can move into that. So again, literally just using your fingers. Go ahead, dig in deep. Welcome again to those of you who are just joining in. We're just getting started. You haven't missed anything. So again, just massaging your body. If you have like an extra little like massage tool that you want to be able to use, of course we have I have one of my crystal doohickeys. That's the official name for it. It's called a doohickey. Where does that word even come from? I don't even know. But again, just taking a moment here to just massage wherever you feel called to massage in your body. Just being very gentle with yourself and just sending yourself lots of love. So just massaging wherever you feel called, massaging at the top of the shoulders. Eventually we'll work our way all the way up to our face after we work our way all the way down to the feet and back up. So we're paying attention, using this part of the body to really listen, to really just be able to listen. Like, what does your body need right now? How can you send it a little bit of extra love, a little bit of extra attention? So just really digging in deep, allowing yourself to kind of release any energy that's built up in the fascia. I like to kind of explain this as if, almost like imagine in the same way, when you take a shower, you like rub yourself with a bar of soap. Imagine that, but instead of a bar of soap, it's like literally just kind of like massaging your body. And again, moving all the way into the hands, lots of meridians in the hands there. So again, if you're new, if you're tuned in for the first time, drop a 333 in the chat and welcome so much just for being able to join us. And again, this is a practice that we do for both beginners and those who are a little bit more experienced. That's why we do these practices, because we know that like so many people are just getting into meditation. So thank you so much for making this a part of your practice. And so just massaging all the way down through your torso, through your ribs. And what I want to be able to invite you to do is just be able to continue to breathe here and just allow yourself to be able to share some of the things that you're grateful for. Focus on the things that you're grateful for in this moment. If you would like to be able to share some of those in the chat, go ahead, type those in the chat once you get a second between your practice. Just be able to share, what are you grateful for today? And we'll read those in the comments. So right now I'm just kind of like massaging my back. And again, really get good at like using the knuckles, like kind of like use your knuckles like this and just kind of like find those parts in the back. And just do your best to really just be able to like reach those edges. And even if there's spots where you don't feel like you need to massage, it's still good to be able to massage. So again, when we're massaging, we're literally just like helping open up the energy channels, which just like brings in more vitality, allows like more chi and prana to move through. And it also makes it easier for the later part of the meditation that we do when we drop into the mindfulness practice. But this is all mindfulness practice. So eventually working your way all the way down to the tops of the legs and eventually all the way down to the feet. So you can't see for those of you on YouTube, but yeah, just massaging the tops of the thighs here, and even massaging near the kneecaps, even at the top of the shins, getting the acupuncture points there, massaging the calves, and just breathing here. So go ahead, leave some comments in the chat. What are you grateful for today? And even if you're not leaving comments, I want you to just reflect on that. Like, reflect on that idea. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for in this moment? And we'll read some of that in a second. So again, just taking a moment here, really digging in deep. When you're massaging the body, again, you're literally helping release energy that gets built up in the fascia. The fascia is like kind of like the part of the muscle. And again, that layer of the muscle, we literally hold energy there. So if you don't massage that, it's not uncommon for like energy to physically get built up there, and then that energy just kind of like continues to just kind of circulate into your field, into your aura, however you want to explain it. But again, just allowing yourself to just kind of like release tension. So I'm just massaging my feet here. You can't see it on screen, but again, just using your thumbs, really digging in deep on the bottom of your feet. Again, lots of meridians there. When you massage your feet, it's like massaging your entire body, because all the meridians kind of like connect down into the feet. So even if you're like in a rush and you're like, oh, I don't have time, I don't have 5 minutes to massage my entire body, massage just your feet, and that will still kind of like help with like opening up the meridians. So as I balance on one foot, I'm gonna read some of the comments that you guys are grateful for. So a comment here on the TikTok. Grateful for my cats and music is what I'm grateful for. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fairy. Reading some more comments here. Grateful for my body. Grateful for, says Stella. Grateful for divine timing, says Kristen. Star Soul says grateful for my new job and other changes. Star Soul, congratulations. I remember like hearing about like the prospect of the new job from a while back. I am grateful for this day today. I'm grateful for waking up. I'm grateful for leveling up, says Lily Inner Flame. Thank you so much, Lily. I am grateful for Mother Nature, says Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine. One of our new Patreon supporters. We got a few of our new Patreon supporters in here. I know I saw there's Mary, grateful for a new beautiful day, starting it off with all of you. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary, one of our new Patreon supporters. Rachel says, I am grateful for my 2 kitties who keep me company, even though one of them is very noisy in the morning. Grateful for pets in general. Beautiful. Awesome. Grateful for being here this morning with everyone. Awesome. Beautiful. Welcome so much, Candice? Am I pronouncing that properly? Welcome so much, Candice. Thank you so much for joining in. Again, if you're new here, feel free to drop a 333 in the chat, just to be able to let us know if you are new. And now from here, just working your massage all the way up to the face area, starting with a bit of the neck. John says grateful, just happy. Awesome. Thank you, John. So again, for those of you joining in, just focusing on the meditation practice for today. So we'll do more Q&A later for those of you who are just jumping in for the first time. So just massaging the neck, massaging even. I want you to like massage your ears. Like, when was the last time you massaged your ears? I know a lot of you are just like, what? Like, I've lived 30 years and I've never massaged my ears. So massage your ears, massage your earlobes, and just give a little moment there to just be able to send gratitude to the parts of your body that often get overlooked. So again, just massaging there, massaging the jaw, massaging the temples. And again, what's inside the temples? What resides inside the temple? God consciousness. You exist inside the temple, so to speak. So awakening the inner divinity. We're just like evolving our consciousness by doing gentle massages. No big deal. Like, I know it seems like it's kind of simple, but it's often the simplest stuff that makes the biggest difference. So just massaging the face here. Awesome. Beautiful. Kristen says, I am grateful for my new house and just grateful. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. All right, beautiful. Just massaging the face here, massaging even just the forehead. Go ahead, just gently massage the forehead. And as you do this, just take a few more mindful breaths. Get some nice sighs going, releasing any stagnant energy. Zebra, thank you so much for joining. Grateful to join the meditation, and thank you for your energy, they say. Thank you everyone for adding your energy. Like, the meditations are like, they become not only more enjoyable but also like easier. Not that like you don't want them to always be easy, sometimes you want the challenge, because everybody joins in, because we have so many amazing people, and we're getting more and more people each day, you know. And that's the thing, like, we're getting a lot of the regulars, and then we're getting other people joining in, and again then they're becoming the regulars. So from here, just go ahead, shake it up a little bit, and do a little bit of an inhale, exhale, and go. So just shake it up. Give your mop a nice shake. Do that again. Deep inhale. Shake it up one more time. Inhale again. And again, I know that seems silly, but like what we're doing there, again, we're kind of like moving stagnant energy. Like, literally, if you're just like, those days when you're just kind of like feeling heavy and things like that, in addition to making sure that like you're eating well and you're exercising and everything like that, a great little tip is to like physical movement and to shake. Like, that's actually an ancient medicine. They would do this thousands and thousands of years ago. That's why, again, you know, like a lot of our ancestors, dance was such a valuable thing, right? So if you've already finished shaking it up, that's beautiful. And let's just take a couple breaths here, and then we'll move into our EFT tapping, and I'll explain a little bit more about what we're gonna do for today's meditation, where we're gonna go on the magic school bus. So, like, I know, for those of you who join in, it's like, yeah, like, I want you to think of these broadcasts as like an episode of the magic school bus, where it's like every day, it's like, where are we gonna go, Professor Wolf? So, okay, just take a moment here to just be able to close your eyes. And as you're in this moment, just allow yourself to take 3 deep breaths, and take as much time as you want with them. Deep, gentle inhales through the nose. Hold for a little bit if you want, and soft, gentle exhale. Really draw these out. Deep, gentle inhale, straighten your spine. Nice soft exhale. Once more, deep gentle inhale. And nice soft exhale. Good. And gently open your eyes. And again, as you do that, you just kind of give your nervous system permission to relax. Just kind of allows you to be even more present as we move into the next parts of the meditation. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do our EFT. This is emotional freedom tapping. So again, this is part of the regular routine that we do with this practice. Having a routine is so valuable. Having a routine is so important, especially when it's one that is like physically benefiting you, energetically benefiting you. In the same way you wake up and you brush your teeth, doing the practice that we do here is, again, it's about self-care. It optimizes, it tunes your instrument. So again, emotional freedom tapping. Gently tap your face for those of you who are doing this for the first time. And as you do this, you're opening up the energy channels, you're bringing in energy, and you're also focusing on affirmations. So you're encoding intention into your field. So speak words of empowerment, speak words of affirmation, and feel free to type those in the chat and we'll read those on air. So what do you want to call in for today? So you can say things like, I am grateful, I am inspired, I am patient, I am flexible, I am strong, I am expanding, I am on the verge of new discovery, I am expanding my consciousness into new horizons, I am opening my heart, I am connecting with my breath, I am a powerful creator, I am a patient student, I am a shaman of the new age. So go ahead, leave some comments down in the chat. And as you do this, even if you just want to close your eyes, that's fine. And even just do the tapping, even just on your fingers. You can do it on your body, wherever you feel called. It doesn't just have to be on the face. on the chest. Read some of the affirmations here in the chat for those of you who are leaving those as well. There's a bit of a delay, so it'll come in a second here. So just taking a few more moments. Just breathe here, like I am breath. Zebra says, I am learning. Morphic says, I am thy kingdom within. Ooh, I like that, Morphic. Good job. So again, just tapping here. We'll just finish it up in about 30 seconds. Tapping even the back of the neck, tapping the shoulder blades. My shoulders are tight today. I slept weird. So just allowing yourself to be present. I am ascending. I am an empath. I am blessed. Beautiful. Any other comments on the YouTube chat? Let me just make sure the YouTube chat's refreshing properly. All right, any affirmations in the YouTube chat? Go ahead, leave those in. And again, when you're ready, you can just conclude this part of your practice. So I am present. I am inspired. I am kindness. I am love. I am powerful. Beautiful. Shake it up a bit. Awesome. All right, we'll take a second here and then we'll move into our laughter practice meditation. I'm just checking here. I think maybe the feed isn't refreshing on my end. There it is. Newly awakened. I am content and happy just being. Rachel, I am a child of the multiverse, a child of the universe, a child of the stars, a child of the earth. Well said, Rachel. Well said, newly awakened. I am surrounded by opportunity and well-being. Awesome. See, it's really cool when we like have our collective intentions, because we become like a single voice in a lot of ways. So it's great to see that we have almost 20 people tuned in on YouTube, which is an increase from even just last week. So for those of you who are new, thank you so much for joining in. If you are new, feel free to drop a 333 in the comments, and our regulars will just like welcome you to the space as I welcome you as well. So beautiful. All right. Okay. Looks like that light didn't. Well, I guess I didn't charge that light fully. 1 second. I'm just going to plug in my light. Go ahead. Just take 2 seconds here. Just continue to breathe. I just got to make sure that I plug this in that way so it's even more optimized. 2 seconds here. Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. And we're going to move into our laughter practice meditation in a second. I just have to plug in my lights. Oh, 1 second. There we go. the light battery got drained when I was using it for the tarot reading that we were doing yesterday, which was dope. How many people here were tuned in for the tarot reading? So just take a moment here. Just gotta readjust the camera. 2 seconds, team. Okay, I think we're okay. All right. Okay. There we go. We're back. Okay. All right. That's good. Good enough. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to move into our laughter practice meditation. So for those of you who have been here before, you won't know what to expect. For those of you here for the first time, you're in for a bit of a treat. So again, thank you to those of you who are tuned in new. Thank you to those of you who have been here before, and thank you to everyone for just making this part of your practice. We're going to go through the laughter practice meditation, and then I'll explain to you what we're going to be doing for like our mindfulness practice. A reminder for those of you on Instagram and TikTok, if you want, you can jump over to YouTube. The link isn't directly in my profile, but you can make sure you're connected to my YouTube in general. So, all right, okay. Laughter practice, meditation, yoga, woohoo! All right, so this is all about being able to practice kind of like cultivating the joy within our heart, the joy within our very being. So the way how we are doing this is by being able to take a nice, soft, gentle inhale, and then focusing on the exhale, relax, and then the next inhale, and then on there, the exhale is, the breath is just gonna focus on the exhale. So it's gonna sound like this. It's gonna be a nice inhale, and then it's gonna go, ha, 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 ha. And then this ha sound eventually evolves into a laughter. So it goes ha, 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 ha. And then you allow yourself to just kind of like be in this moment of expression where you're tapping into this like ecstatic joy that is simply present within inside every moment. We just have to be able to give permission to be able to bring it forth. So if this is your first time doing this, allow yourself to just kind of maybe even observe, but I encourage you to jump right in. You might be surprised in terms of what the experience is like for you, but even just being tuned into this broadcast will make it easier, because like by you watching, you're still like a part of the shared vibration that we're creating here together that makes it like more accessible as a team. So all right, straighten up your spine, roll your shoulders, shake it out. Okay, let's do this together. And I'm just gonna adjust this here. Camera's okay. It's a little crooked. That's all right. Okay. All right. Okay. Follow my lead. Let's take 2 deep breaths together. So deep inhale. Nice big exhale, bit of a sigh. Deep inhale again. Nice big exhale, bit of a sigh. Follow my lead, deep inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Keep it going. Just for about 20 more seconds. Think of something silly. Try and imagine your name pronounced backwards. My name backwards is Nodnerb. What? Allow yourself to breathe. Try and get some like weird sounding laughs in there. The silent laugh. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe, relax. Take a moment here to just breathe. Allow yourself to just be in this present moment. What does it feel like for you here and now? And we'll go into one more round of that. Beautiful. Good job, especially for those of you who are tuning in perhaps for the first time. So again, but this is a very powerful way. Again, we're like filling our cup with joy. We're allowing ourselves to be able to practice tapping in to this infinite expression of bliss. You know, laughter is like an ecstatic, natural expression. Like when you think about it, like babies laugh, right? Like nobody teaches a baby to laugh. It just happens. Have you ever seen like children laughing? Like that's a very sacred thing. And so we're practicing that. We're practicing bringing forth and tapping in this like primordial, ancient, very powerful, pure energy. So let's fill ourselves up with that, and let's do this one more time. So follow my lead. Deep, gentle inhale through the mouth so you can get enough breath. Do a nice big inhale together. Nice soft exhale. Together, deep inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Try and get some weird laugh. Do the silent laugh if you can, the one that's like you're going 10 more seconds. Just be in this moment, just be in joy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, relax. Ooh. Beautiful. Just take a moment here to connect with your breath. Just allow yourself to just kind of be in this moment, to feel very, very present. Just relax, breathe. Beautiful. If you laughed during that, drop a 1111 in the chat. Even if that was your first time, and again, you know, like whatever, if you didn't laugh, like that's totally fine. Like it's totally fine, you know, like whatever your body's feeling. Doing that practice is a practice of dissolution of the ego, because you may observe in the practice of doing that, you may observe that a part of you is like I don't like man, it seems silly, like I don't know, I'm too cool for this and stuff like that. And that's like your ego kind of like saying that. So if you observe that, it's a chance to just kind of like notice how you can just kind of like see that, but then just kind of, you know, put it over there. That's all right. and then just allow yourself to be present in that practice. And that's what it is. It's purely just practice. So if you laughed today, awesome. If you didn't laugh today, awesome. You get to observe. So all right, good job everyone, seeing those 1111s in the chat, even for the people who are joined in. Yeah, the silent laugh, like me doing the silent laugh makes me laugh more. So good job. Rachel's talking about like just getting in like 2 ha's and then it starts laughing. So beautiful. Yeah, that's another thing. Kristen, thank you for that point. I forget to mention that if you guys are doing this practice on the regular, I would encourage you to take like a mirror, like a vertical mirror, and even just put it next to wherever your camera, like wherever your phone or your laptop is, and then kind of do this practice with like the camera off to the side, and then kind of like look at yourself in the mirror while doing this practice. I need to remind people to do that more often. That just kind of allows you to add like another layer to this, and you get to practice like eye gazing with yourself at the same time. Very, very powerful. So if you guys want to do that for next time, absolutely, please feel free. All right, so moving into our mindfulness practice for today. So our mindfulness practice for today, what we're going to do, we are going to have fun going back to some very important basics. So within a lot of the mindfulness practice, you know, like sometimes we'll go into fantasy realms and we'll like fly through the galaxy and we'll create planets and we'll talk to ancestors and we'll talk to spiritual teachers and stuff like that. And that's all awesome. That's all awesome. But to really be able to prepare ourselves for even deeper practices, it's important for us to be able to go back to the basics. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. Something that we do this every now and then. And so what we're going to do, we're going to practice sharpening our focus. We're going to practice strengthening our focus. We're practicing developing the muscle of our focus. And so what we're going to do in this practice, we're going to go through 2 rounds. We're going to set ourselves up and we're going to kind of like bring ourselves into a space. So we're going to kind of do that. That will help. We're going to bring ourselves into like a Zen space, some place that is going to allow you to kind of chill yourself out. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're literally just going to practice this process of keeping our focus on one thing at one time. And in this practice, that focus is going to be the breath. And so what we're going to observe is we're going to observe the natural process of our mind wandering. Like we actually want our mind to wander. We want to be able to observe our mind wandering, and then we want to be able to practice the art of bringing it back to a point of focus. This is a very powerful thing within meditation because a lot of people are just like, they're like, oh, like, you know, my mind wanders a lot and I have trouble, you know, like, what do I do, right? So what you actually want to do is you actually want to be able to change the relationship with that and to actually be able to understand that the wandering is part of the process, and it's the bringing it back that you strengthen your ability, you strengthen your mind. So again, I'll explain this real quick and then we'll get right into this. When you think about, this is a very powerful metaphor. When you think about like lifting weights, when you're like, if you're like lifting a dumbbell or you're picking up something heavy, if you pick something up and put it down, so you get a big strong man. It's not to do my Arnold meditation, but what you're gonna do is when you're releasing, when you're moving the weight away from you, that's not really building as much strength. But it's when you pull it back, that's when you really gain the development of the muscle. So in the same way, it's like you're here in the center, and then your thoughts kind of move away, but then it's in the pulling it back to a point of focus. That's where you actually develop the strength. So if that resonates with you, if that makes sense, drop a 777. So what we're gonna do, here's a couple tips. Focus on your breath as your primary point. And that's going to be what we refer to as your lotus. The lotus is like your point of focus. And so as we're in this practice, you're just going to keep breathing, and you can use simple mantras. You can literally kind of repeat to yourself. You can just kind of say like inhale, exhale. Like you can literally say those words as you're doing it. That simple like mantra will give you a point of focus. Another thing that I find really helpful is to literally focus on the texture of the air coming in and out of your nostril. So the texture of the air coming out of your nostril. So I want you to like literally just breathe in through your nose right now. And as you do that, there's like a very subtle sensation within your nostril of the air kind of coming and going. That subtle sensation can actually be a very, very powerful point of focus. So again, what we're going to do here, this is purely just practice. So you're going to observe what this is like for you. We're going to do this in 2 rounds. And I want you to observe the fact that if this is challenging for you, that's okay. because this is a part of the practice. And essentially by us being able to develop this is going to prepare us to be able to get into those spaces where if like, what if I were to just be, or you were to do this on your own, where I'm like, sit in that place of just really being in that place of quiet mind for like 30 minutes. Can you do that? This practice will allow you to be able to do that. And then from that place of a quiet mind, being there for 30 minutes, that's going to allow you to summon contact with like the aliens and stuff like that. What? Did I say that out loud? Never mind. We'll worry about that for another one. But this is essential practice for other things that we can do later on. So this is a fundamental pillar. So with that said, we're going to begin just relaxing our body. We're going to calibrate our body. We're going to fill it with this white light. And then from there, we're going to go to our nexus point. This is kind of like a platform where we access portals to other realms of our imagination. And then from there, I want you to kind of like go to a garden that allows you to relax. Like it's some sort of like Zen garden, something that's just like very peaceful. And then we're going to kind of imagine ourselves sitting there. And then from there, we'll go into the breath work. So you guys cool with that? Drop a 777 if you're cool with that. And again, this is practice, right? Like that's why we do this. This is practice. In the same way, again, you know, we practice, like for me, like growing up playing hockey, like this is hockey practice. This is like practice, right? And then the game, like the real game is, you know, out there is our everyday life, right? So thank you so much everyone for joining in. For those of you who just joined in, I see you, I adore you, I love you, and I'm so grateful that you're a part of my journey. And so with that said, when you're ready, just shake out any sillies, wag your tail. Beautiful. Seeing the 777 in the chat. All right, you guys are ready for this. So again, even if you're here for the first time, like thank you. Like this is a valuable practice for you. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Simply observe. In some ways, I want you to observe the fact that this will be challenging for you. That's okay. That's okay. So we're strengthening our muscles. We're strengthening our mind. All right. When you're ready, gently go ahead. Close your eyes. I'm just going to turn the fan off, so we can get as much extra quiet as possible. Get a drink of water if you need it. Drink some warm tea with some warm water. My water flavored tea. Okay. All right, let's do this. Thank you again, everyone. Let's drop into this space together. So when you're ready, gently close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, and as you listen to my voice, gently bring awareness to your breath. Soft, gentle inhales through the nose and the mouth. And nice, soft, gentle exhales. Finding a position for your hands where you can just keep them in a place of stillness, straightening up your spine, relaxing your face. As you breathe here, we're gently just going to calibrate our body by imagining a white light at the center of our chest. Visualizing this white light moving from our chest all the way across our shoulders and down our arms, and wherever it moves to, allowing those parts of the body to gently relax. Feeling this white light move all the way down our forearms, right to our fingers, and gently just giving those parts of the body permission to relax. Feeling this white light move down through our torso, our ribs, our hips, wherever it moves, just bringing relaxation to those parts of the body, all the way down past the thighs, the knees, right down to the toes. And like filling a cup with water, we are filling ourselves up with love, with awareness, with consciousness in this moment. Visualizing this white light moving all the way up the spine, all the way up through the back of the neck, through the face, right to the top of the head. Beautiful. And as we breathe here, gently we'll bring our attention inwards and focus on arriving at what we refer to as the nexus point, the nexus platform. So from here, imagine it as like this platform in the middle of space. You can imagine it as being like sci-fi or even just kind of ancient, and you can see the nebulas in the sky around you. In front of you is a portal, and this portal is going to take you through to a very special garden, a garden that will help you relax. So this portal is simply like walking through a door. So Right now, as you breathe, gently walk through this portal in front of you. And as you do this, you arrive inside of a beautiful garden or wherever you feel called. I'm using the term garden very loosely. I want you to just kind of imagine in your mind a place that will just allow you to just be able to connect with serenity. So maybe even just imagining yourself like next to some still water, and you can just see the trees. Maybe you can just hear the birds, and everything in this place just really invites you to be able to be present in this moment, to allow yourself to relax, even just feeling the texture of the dirt underneath your feet. And look for a spot where you can gently imagine yourself sitting down. So for myself, I'm going to imagine myself like sitting down next to some water. But in particular, I'm going to imagine myself sitting next to some still water. Water that will reflect the practice of stilling the mind. And so imagine yourself gently sitting down in lotus inside your imagination. And this place that you are in, it will support you. It will make it even more accessible for you to be able to drop into this place of practice. And so feeling the vibration of the team who are doing this practice with you as well, that will also make it easier for you too. And so what we will do, we will move through in 2 stages. I'm going to set you up and then I'm going to stop talking. And then we'll come back, we'll observe, and then we'll go back in for another round. So your practice is to simply be able to choose a point of focus. And what I suggest is the breath, something related to the breath. The inhale, the exhale, the feeling of the sensation on the tip of your nostril, the mantra, inhale, exhale, literally repeating that. And as you bring your awareness to this point of focus, your practice is to observe the natural habit of the mind to wander. It will start thinking about this or that, tomorrow, yesterday. And when it does, simply observe and simply bring it back to the present of the eternal now, to the stillness of this moment, to this gift. So together we'll lead into this gentle inhales together. And soft exhale with each exhale, just allowing your body to relax. Soft, gentle inhales through the nose and the mouth. Gentle exhale, relax. I want you to be able to kind of approach this as if your intention was to be able to commit to sitting here for 30 minutes. That's not what we're doing today, but just imagine that's what you were doing. And just be able to make that choice now where it's like, yep, that's what I'm doing. And I want you to be able to associate like a flavor with this space. I want you to be able to kind of like emotionally feel how delicious this place of serenity is, this place of stillness is. I want you to like drop into it and be like, yes, this stillness, I like it. So breathe here. I'm going to stop talking in a moment. And allow yourself to simply observe when the mind wanders, which it will. Observe it from a place of non-judgment and gently, using your will, bring it back to a point of focus. Breathing here, your breath will guide you, visualizing yourself inside this garden, supporting you in this energy. You are as relaxed as can be, and yet even still with each breath just becoming even more relaxed. I will stop talking now, continue this next part of your practice here and now for the next few moments, and then we'll gently bring our awareness back and go into it once again. Go ahead, you've got this. Continue here for a few more moments. Breathing here. Gently, we'll just take a little bit of an intermission. Keep your eyes closed. Allow yourself to still be in this moment. And just take a moment here to just kind of allow yourself to still be aware of your breath, but just by listening to me talking, just allow it to just kind of be a little bit of an intermission. How was that for you? In some ways, you might have felt that, yeah, that was challenging. It's literally 10 seconds in, my mind tried to convince me that this was pointless and this was too easy and that it was so easy that I shouldn't even bother doing it. And it started making up lots of stories and tried to do anything it could. It was like almost like kind of like a child trying to like pull at me and be like, "Yeah, mommy, like come this way." Da, 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 da. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. For some, maybe the experience was literally just like, you know what? Like I could stay here. I could stay here as long as I want. This is like a vacation. This is nice. Whatever it was for you, that's fine. But know that in you doing this practice, you will be able to access this space, access this state with more grace next time. You'll become more familiar. You are creating a neural pathway. So thanking yourself in this moment for showing up, regardless of how easy or challenging it is. Let's move into another round together. So same thing. And again, if you want, even just visualizing the concept of the still pond. And you can almost imagine the breath as being like a soft breathe of breath, a breeze above the pond, gently just kind of like moving the lily pads. So even within the stillness, there's still a little bit of movement. Together here, bringing awareness to our breath. I'll stop talking in a moment and just notice how maybe this time you're even more aware than you were literally just 2 minutes ago. Allowing yourself to observe the ego's natural tendency to try and pull you away from this practice, and yet just be like, it's okay, I love you, but this is what I'm doing right now. It's cool. So breathing here, allow yourself to really begin to fall in love with this space as you develop this practice. I'll stop talking now. Keep your focus to the best of your ability on wherever you choose, your breath, your mantra. And when your mind wanders, gently bring it back to that point of focus, this point of serenity, this point of stillness, this point of consciousness. And within this space, acknowledge this feeling of immense love. Breathing here, I'll stop talking, continue this next part of the practice. Go ahead. Observing your mind, gently bring it back to the point of focus, point of serenity. Continue here for a few more moments. Allow yourself, give yourself permission to really enjoy this space. It's like returning home. Beautiful. Slowly, as you bring awareness to my voice, gently here, practicing a little bit of smile asana. Gently lift the corners of your mouth up towards your ears. Bring a little bit of a smile to your face. Allowing yourself to emotionally associate this practice with a sensation of welcoming joy. Something that you will be able to program your mind to be able to be like, you know what? Like, I like the taste of that. I like the flavor of that. I'm going to return back to that. I'm going to do this on my own time. I'm going to do this out in nature. And I'm going to get good at this, knowing that this is a practice. And as I get good at this, this is like unlocking new abilities for even deeper states of meditation. This is just scratching the surface of your many often thought of as extra dimensional abilities as a human. So allow yourself to just be able to conclude this part of the practice as you bring gratitude in your heart, physically putting your hands up to your chest, bringing your awareness to the space of the garden that you are in, remembering this space and giving yourself permission, return to it at any moment. And I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to return to this practice on your own time. And as you thank yourself, you thank this space, you thank this experience, you have literally leveled up just a little bit. You got a little bit more experience points just from doing this. So good for you. I know if it was challenging, I'm proud of you for doing it anyways. The challenge is where the growth is. So just concluding this part of the practice with your hands on your heart if you choose, thanking yourself, thanking the team for holding space, thanking the universe, thanking me, thanking the love within your heart. Allowing this emotion to permeate with you and to carry it with you, just this deep sense of serenity. Moving through your day with just more awareness, and practice using this practice throughout your day. Become familiar with this sensation, with this vibration. Beautiful. Gently from here, release your hands. Take another look at the garden around you. Take a picture with your mind. Give yourself permission to return back to it anytime. And slowly, as you breathe here, gently bringing awareness back to your physical body. As you wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and when you're ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Welcome back. Good job, everyone. Take a moment here, grab a drink of water, allow yourself to just kind of reflect, like, what just happened? Like, was that a dream? Did that just happen? Like, suddenly, as soon as you step out of it, it's just like, what? Like, where did I go? How long was I there? So we'll move into the next part of our meditation, but please feel free to leave some comments down in the chat. How was that for you? And again, like, good job, because a lot of people will actually, like, their ego will convince them not to do this practice. Like, just the mere act of it, like, if someone were to, like, this is just an observation of human nature. Some people will tune into this and then they'll be like, oh, like nah, meh, and then they'll just like tune, like they'll switch the channel and stuff like that. So good for you for sticking around. You want the challenge. This, like, as humans, we're just like, oh, I need stimulation, I need this, I need excitement, I need noise. Tell me this, take me on an adventure, do this, do that, do that. And suddenly it's just like, yo, let's just sit. And like, that's like the hardest thing to do. So let's do that. So good for you for rising to the challenge. For those of you who are joining us with that practice, I'm proud of you. And again, please feel free. How was that for you on a scale of 1 to 10 of how challenging it was? How was that for you on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being like quite challenging, and 1 being like very ease, like the grace and the ease was there. So feel free to let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how challenging that was for you. We're going to move into our standing practice real quick, and then we're going to finish off with our chakra practice very swiftly. And then from there, we'll sit around, we'll stick around, and then we'll do a little bit of some Q&A. So if we'll read more of the comments there, and we'll just kind of chat a little bit more about what that experience was. But again, that practice, so powerful. As simple as it is, so powerful, because again, if you can get good at being in that space for 30 minutes, and then from that space, you can begin to access other spaces. So again, it's kind of like this threshold within consciousness where it's like, yo, you can access like extreme stuff and like beautiful, beautiful realms. But in order to do it, you have to get good at kind of like calibrating and getting still. So go ahead, for those of you who would like to choose to join us in standing, go ahead. For all who are able, please go ahead. If you prefer to say seated, that is totally fine. So again, just go ahead and sit and stand up for those of you who choose, for those of you who are able. And again, from here, just gently bring a little bit of movement. We're just going to shake it up a bit, and then we're just going to move into our chakra practice. And then we're just going to go into our, we'll close up. We'll finish it off with a little bit of a shake, a dragon roar, and then we'll go into our chakra practice. So for those of you who are standing, shake it up right now. You can leave those comments in the chat. We'll read those in a second. So shake, 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 shake. Do a big inhale together. Exhale, go. So going from stillness to movement. So inhale here, inhale again. One more of those, inhale. Beautiful. We'll go into a dragon roar. So dragon roar again is a deep inhale with a nice big roar. And when we do this, we're kind of like moving stagnant energy, but I also want you to do it as like a way to like bring in your power. Do it like a battle cry. So follow my lead. Deep inhale, dragon roar. And release any tension as you do that. 2 more times. Inhale. You can do a silent dragon roar too. You can just like do it inside too. 1 more time. Inhale. Shake it up. Bring yourself back to stillness. Beautiful. Just breathe here. Keep your eyes open in case you're dizzy. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, gently bring yourself back down to seated. We're just going to conclude with a very quick version of the chakra practice. We usually are short on time, but again, the Friday meditation we go really deep into the chakra practice. So I encourage you to join in Friday of all days, to the best of your ability, because that's when we like gather around to be able to send out like healing energy out into the world. So it's really, really cool, really, really powerful. Okay, so finishing off with the chakra practice, we only have a couple minutes. For those of you who are new to this, do your best to be able to follow along. This is a very powerful ancient practice that I encourage you to do more than just what we're doing here. Each chakra has a correlating mantra. You can think of the cosmic energy as like water that kind of comes through the crown. The chakras are like spinning discs, and the water kind of moves through these spinning discs. These spinning discs kind of build up with dirt. And so this practice of kind of using the mantras helps kind of spin them and clear the dirt. So follow my lead. This is going to be a very quick one, but for those of you who are new, do your best to follow along. Brow chakra, serenity. The sound is E. Inhale together. E. Throat chakra, speaking our truth. The sound is A. Inhale. A. Heart chakra, compassion. The sound is O. Inhale. O. Pulmonary chakras, connecting with our ancestors. The sound is awe. Inhale. Awe. Solar chakra, the sound is U. Temperance, willpower. Inhale. U. Sacral chakra, the sound is M, like as if you're eating something delicious. Cultivation of sexual energy. Reminder, practicing cultivating your sexual energy, very powerful. Inhale, M. Root chakra, S, like sizzling of the serpent. The virtue is patience. Inhale. Let's go through it one more time really quick, literally like a 30-second version. Inhale, E. E. A. Beautiful. Take a moment here, concluding your practice. Gently close your eyes, visualizing this like beautiful energy moving up through your body like rainbow spirals, allowing yourself to just be able to be in the space of gratitude, thanking yourself, thanking the team, thanking the space, thanking me, thanking the universe, bringing your hands to your heart, concluding this practice with gratitude. Throughout your day, you will notice more like inspiration, more momentum, more synchronicity, a deeper experience of love and joy, more presence, more mindfulness. Beautiful. Gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. Great job, everyone. Continue to just bring awareness of your breath with you throughout the day, even taking time to be able to drop into that meditative space whenever you get a chance. Like even just find a place in your house, sit down and just be like, all right, I'm just going to sit down here, practice connecting with my breath for like 10 minutes. The more you do that, the more you're strengthening your muscles, and then the more you can get into like the deeper skills as well. So concluding this broadcast, again, I didn't mention it during this broadcast, but of course, huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoy what we do here, please feel free to check out the Patreon where you can support with a monthly micro donation and join as a leading member. We got a collaborative work period today at 3 p.m. for leading members and finishing off this 1 hour broadcast, but we'll stick around and we'll chat a little bit more for those of you on Instagram, or for those of you on everything but Instagram, but we'll restart the Instagram. Stick around. We got more coming your way. Much love. Have an awesome day. All right. Okay. So just restarting the Instagram feed here. And again, from there, we'll go into a little bit, like I'll read the comments here in a second. So thank you everyone for reading the comments. I can see there's like quite a few comments for us to be able to go through. So just give me 2 seconds here as we're just setting things up. And then I'm just going to restart the Instagram feed. So again, we keep it at an hour that way because like the Instagram feed shuts off automatically at an hour. Plus that way, if you have to like head out or anything like that, you can always just like stick around just for the 1 hour. And then, and then you're good to go. But for those of you who want to stick around for a little bit longer, absolutely, please feel free. Let's talk a little bit more. I'd love to get your feedback on how that was for you and just for you guys to be able to talk amongst each other, to be able to share that experience. All right, okay, restarting on Instagram. All right, hey Instagram, welcome back. We're doing our post-meditation chat. Today's meditation was all about being able to practice dropping into that space of mindfulness and focus. And it was a good one. So now we're gonna dive into some of the YouTube comments. And if you didn't catch the actual meditation, you can go back and check that out as well. And make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. So beautiful. Good job, everyone. All right, so going back, I asked you guys, how challenging was that? So going all the way back to the comments. Daisy says, I feel very connected to my higher self. Ah, yes. Well said, Daisy. And that's like it really is. Like, honestly, just dropping into that space, like, yeah, like you kind of feel like this kind of like very serene presence in a lot of ways. So for those of you on TikTok, let us know how that meditation was for you if you were tuned in for it. Kristen says, grateful for peace, still space. Beautiful. Jasmine says, I couldn't stop focusing on my posture and my spine. I have a little discomfort between my shoulders and middle back, but I think it's just from bad posture training the spine. Well, that's good for you, Jasmine, because again, you know, like even just you saying that, you're becoming aware of it. And like, even still, like meditating with pain is actually a very powerful practice, because there's an opportunity there for you to be able to kind of like change the way you associate with the pain, instead of just like our natural reaction is like, oh, like pain, and we try to run away from it. But what happens when you actually just like really just kind of like sit with it? And what you may notice, this is from my own experience, is that when you sit with it, like the sensation of pain actually kind of like dissolves. Like, it's weird. Like, it's really weird, because like the pain won't kill you in that moment. But if you just kind of like sit with it, and just kind of, instead of trying to like run away from it, it actually kind of like shifts. It's really weird. But again, it's going to be different for everyone. But good for you, Jasmine, for just being aware of that. And absolutely find a way to be able to adjust the practice that's going to work for you. Everyone, like, that's the thing, right? Like, everyone should have their own kind of like little tweaks to be able to work it in their own way. Awesome. Thank you, Rick, for joining in. Loving blessings, light givers and receivers. Gratitude to you, Mystic, for teaching eternal treasure. Thank you, Rick. Super appreciate you being able to join in. All right, so going back to the comments from the meditation, we've got quite a few comments here, so I'm just going to read through that. Thank you so much, everyone, for your comments. Stella says, I just drank water for the first time today. Thanks. Poured a glass earlier and totally forgot about it until you said grab a drink of water, right? All right. Reframe Queen Natasha said, I feel really effing good. I require that moment of peace. Thank you. Yeah, see, and exactly, right? Like, sometimes that's actually just like the power of the practice, is that, you know, we're so busy. We're just like, oh, go. And then, you know, like, it's literally like taking a vacation. It's like the same simulation that you would get from like sitting on a beach, you know, where it's like, just get to relax, just get to decompress. Like, that's a very, very powerful way of being able to approach it, where it's just like, yo, like, I needed that. Like, you literally do. You give your nervous system just permission to just kind of recalibrate, relax, be in that moment. It's a nice kind of a way to just be able to kind of give yourself a little bit of a rest. We're so overstimulated throughout our day, and just being able to return to that place of stillness is so powerful. Jasmine said, I like to lay down and meditate, but I tend to fall asleep. Yes, I know what you mean, Jasmine. So talking about the difficulty level, Stella said 6 or 7 today. Natasha, Reframe Queen, said 5. Mary said, amazing. It was a 6 for me. Jasmine says 6, too much focus on posture. Megan, I'd say a 6. Star Soul said 3 or 4, mainly because I'm a bit distracted this morning. Yeah, see, I don't like what would it take for it to be a 1, you know? Like, what does that feel like? And imagine in your mind, what would it be like to be for a 1? Like, that would just be like, boom, I'm there. Like, I would say for me, I would say I would probably, yeah, like probably like a 3 or a 4, give or take. Like, I wasn't resisting it, but at the same time, like the 1 would just kind of be like even deeper, you know? Jasmine said, felt really good to be aware of my thoughts coming into my mind and being able to release them and coming back to my quiet place. Good for you, Jasmine. Rachel said, gentle is key for me. Quiet the mind. Don't silence it. Focusing on the sensation of the body and the birds singing outside the open window. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, sometimes when you're doing the practices, having some sort of like extra noise can actually be very useful. So like, even if you get one of those like water fountains that you can put in your house, that can actually be very useful. I have one of those, so it's just like the sound of running water, and that can be your focal point, right? That can be like a point to just kind of bring you back. Rachel says, releasing thoughts that do not serve me to cultivate my intuition. Beautiful, Rachel. Stella said, I'm definitely off this morning, quote unquote off. It's been easier other mornings, but it still helps a lot to be here with everyone. Thank you, Stella, for sharing. And again, like it's the mornings when we may feel a little bit off where like the practice becomes even more valuable, right? So it's not like, oh, I'm a little bit off, I can't do my meditation. It's more like, oh, I'm a little bit off, I should do my meditation, right? So again, it's like the tuning of the instrument metaphor. So if our instrument is a little off, what do? Oh, we just tune it a little bit. So yeah, Rick says, I deal with tons of physical pain. It sucks, but it can be transmuted. Absolutely. Aloha. I am hey okay. Thank you for joining in. We just got done our team meditation. Just reading the comments here. My cat really enjoys the dragon roars. Yeah, I'd love to like. I'm trying to imagine you guys doing your dragon roars. It's adorable. Stella says, I freaking love the chakra tuning practice. It's literally tuning my body like an instrument every day. Yeah, and again, the chakra practice meditation, you can do that combined with what we were just doing as your focal point. That's actually a really, really good way that I find. So if you find that just sitting there in pure silence is like not your forte, try doing the chakra tones as you're sitting there. So again, just literally just go through it like top to bottom, and just repeat that. So it'd be E, A, O, A, U, S. And then you repeat that. And then you literally just do that. And then just having that as your routine, it kind of becomes just like you don't really think about it. You just kind of do it. And then that's kind of like your focal point. I found that to be very helpful. Beautiful. Thank you everyone saying thank you. I also enjoy the chakra tuning, says Jasmine. Have a beautiful day, dear family, says Kristen. Yeah, for those of you who are heading out, thank you so much for joining in for today's practice. Daisy says thank you, this was amazing. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you for those of you who are joined in for what could have been your first time. My ears are ringing, says Jasmine. Stella, I used to have a really hard time meditating because of pain, and yeah, now I can dissolve or move it around through meditation. Good for you, Stella. That's wonderful to hear. Jasmine said, I felt like I was able to focus my breath and send it to the pained areas, and it honestly feels way better now. Everything takes practice. Yeah, Jasmine, like that's actually like literally a thing that you can do. Like literally, like that idea of, yeah, you move energy with your breath. So like I encourage you to do that in your own way, for you and for anybody, where you feel like the discomfort, like imagine your breath and just imagine kind of like moving energy there. Like that's one of your abilities, to literally be able to kind of like transmute pain. It's really interesting. So yeah, so Rick is mentioning guided meditations are 2 to 3 for me on the difficulty scale. Voice distracts, binaural beats infused with candles make it a 0 or a 1. So yeah, so that's a good point. For anybody here, try finding and implementing the additional things you can bring into your practice to try and get the ease level down to a 0 or a 1. So as Rick was saying, again, like the idea of like using additional meditation music, binaural beats, hemisyncs, solfeggio harmonics, those type of things, which you can find mostly online. Candles, having a visual representation in front of you, even scents. So even like, oils and everything like that, incense cones, diffusers, things like that. Cleaning your room, making sure you're just in this place that's going to support it. So again, you kind of want to be able to create the space to incubate that practice. But at the same time, you almost want to be able to try doing practices in a way that will actually be difficult, where it's like, doing like the idea of like doing it on a street corner, right? Like imagine doing it and you're like hearing traffic going by and noise is happening, but even still you're in this practice of being able to bring your focus in. So there's times where you want to be able to practice with like as little distraction as possible and to really just be there, and then other times you actually want to put yourself in the midst of distraction to be able to experience like your ability to still be able to bring it into that place of focus even in the midst of distraction. All right, team, just got a few more comments here and then we're going to wrap this up. If there are any quick questions related to the meditation or anything, please feel free to let me know. But other than that, we'll conclude this broadcast shortly. So, awesome. Carly, thank you for joining in. If you missed the meditation live, you can always catch the recording for this and any others. Again, we do this Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. EST. Again, reminder, Friday is like our special meditation. And a reminder, if you guys enjoy these broadcasts, and you're in a position where you can support financially, please feel free to do that. Like, again, just being able to honor the energy in exchange in a way that works for you, whether that be financially, or again, you're already honoring it simply by being present and bringing this vibration with you. And again, if you want to just be able to like support by sharing it, that is all equally appreciated. And thank you again to our Patreon supporters. Thank you to our recent supporters, to Autumn, to Mary, to Darlene, to Daisy, and to Jay. For those of you on YouTube and Facebook, you can see we're currently at 161, working our way towards 169. My goal is to literally reach 200 by the end of the month for all of us. So thank you again, everyone, for helping support that goal. Rachel says, thank you for another beautiful meditation. Our shared energy in this space is always incredibly powerful. I give energy and receive energy here. So much love to everyone. Thank you, Rachel. Your words are always super appreciated. Jasmine said, frankincense is good for spiritual grounding. I burned some new moon incense the night of the strawberry moon. Ooh, awesome. Reframe Queen saying, thank you so much. That was so good. Much love, everyone. Beautiful, everyone. Thank you so much. So again, for those of you who are heading out, just wishing you so much love. Reminder for leading members, collaborative meeting at 3 p.m. today. Leave a message in the team chat. Let me know if you're able to join in ahead of time. I'm going to be pretty busy today. I'm working on some UFO related videos. So again, our broadcast this Thursday, our team podcast is on UFOs and the shift in consciousness. So it's going to be an exciting one. Stay tuned for that. Mary says, thank you so much for a beautiful meditation. Love you all. Thank you, Mary. And thank you, Mary, again for your support on the Patreon. Rick says, thank you for your unwavering discipline to assist others in ascension, brother. Rick, super appreciate it, man. Like it really warms my heart to just be able to have that feedback, because that's exactly what it is that we're doing here. So thank you for seeing that, and again, just being able to reflect that back. It just continues to cultivate the inspiration as we keep doing this. And we've been doing these meditations since like mid-April, but even then we did like before. So this is season 3 of Waking Up with Wolf. That's what we call these broadcasts. And we've done, I think, like over 115 of these, which is crazy when you think about it. Like, that's a lot, right? So we're leveling up here together. So beautiful. All right. Thank you again, everyone. So we're just going to wrap it up. Any other comments of gratitude, please feel free to leave those in the chat. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, make sure that you click my profile link to familiarize yourself with the links to our team chat, to the Patreon, to the item shop, to my YouTube channel. Past meditations, full moon meditations, to full-length movies that I've done. Lots of really cool stuff. So we're just about to wrap this up. If you guys have any quick comments, please feel free to leave those in the chat. But I'm gonna go work on making a new UFO related video today. That's my job today. So stay tuned. Gonna be putting out some powerful message into the matrix. And it's a joy, it's an honor, it's a privilege. So thank you again, everyone, so much for joining. Just sending you so much love, and just like, thank you so much for being you, and have an amazing day. And I look forward to being able to join in with you once again for future meditations, broadcasts. And for those of you who are in the team chat, I'll see you there. And please feel free to let your friends know about what we got going on here and invite them in. And if you have any questions, you can message me through Instagram. And that's about it. So sign up for the Patreon when you're able to. Join as a leading member, and we'll see you in the future. So, all right, talk to you later, team. And I may be doing a live tarot broadcast tonight. I don't know. We'll see. So, all right, talk to you guys later. Much love. Have a beautiful day, and carry this vibration with you. And may the breath be with you. So may the force be with you. All right, talk to you soon. Much love. Just finishing up here on Instagram. All right. Okay. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Have a beautiful day.